Every few years, a new eating trend takes over the internet, and right now that trend is intermittent fasting. Scroll through any fitness page and you will see people swearing it melted their belly fat, it fixed their energy, and even added years to their life. But scroll a little further, and you will find just as many people calling it a scam or something that wrecked their metabolism. So which side is telling the truth? Today we are going to look past the hype and the fear. We will walk through what the science says intermittent fasting does to your body, what it does not do, and who it might help. Let's start with the basics. Intermittent fasting is not one single diet. It is really just a pattern of eating. The most common version is 16-8, where you eat within an 8-hour window and fast for the remaining 16 hours. Another version is the 5-2 method. You eat normally 5 days a week and drastically cut calories on 2 non-consecutive days. None of these tell you what to eat, only when to eat it. That distinction matters for understanding the science. Within a few hours of your last meal, your body finishes digesting and starts shifting from using glucose to tapping into stored energy. Insulin levels drop. Lower insulin levels signal fat cells to release stored fat to be used as energy. Around the 12 to 16 hour mark, many people start entering a mild state of ketosis, relying on ketones for fuel. One of the most talked about processes is autophagy, which translates to self-eating. This is your body's cellular cleanup system. Research by Yoshinori Osumi, who won the Nobel Prize in 2016, showed that fasting periods can trigger this cleanup process. The idea is that with less incoming energy, cells shift resources toward repair and recycling instead of growth and storage. However, most of the strongest autophagy data comes from yeast, worms, and mice. We don't yet have the same depth of human data. Now let's talk about weight loss. Intermittent fasting works, but it does not appear to work better than simply eating fewer calories. A 2017 JAMA study found that alternate day fasting and daily calorie restriction resulted in a similar amount of weight loss. What fasting offers for some is an easier way to reduce calorie intake because you have fewer hours in the day to eat. Beyond weight, several studies found improvements in insulin sensitivity, meaning bodies get better at managing blood sugar. A 2018 study led by Courtney Peterson showed that an early eating window improved blood pressure even without weight loss. This suggests that timing of meals may genuinely influence metabolic markers tied to our natural circadian rhythms. Some studies also show reductions in LDL cholesterol and markers of inflammation like CRP. Animal studies suggest fasting can increase BDNF, a protein involved in learning and neuron growth. Now let's address the myths. One claim is that skipping breakfast slows your metabolism into starvation mode. Studies show short-term fasting doesn't slow metabolism and may even cause a small temporary increase. Another myth is muscle breakdown. In reality, the body uses stored fat and glycogen first, sparing muscle. However, it's not for everyone. People with a history of eating disorders may find fasting windows trigger disordered patterns. Pregnant women, people with type 1 diabetes, or certain hormonal conditions should avoid fasting without medical supervision. So what is the honest conclusion? Intermittent fasting is not magic, and it is not a scam either. It is simply a useful tool structure that makes it easier to eat less while offering measurable metabolic benefits. If you want the science behind health trends, subscribe to MindFlip for you. Let us know what topic to fact check next.